Welcome back to the Conversion Stack. We have an awesome guest today, Vlad Negron, our Director of Marketing. And we're going to talk something really fun and really unique, is the value of project management and soft skills in marketing. We're going to talk about AI, we're going to talk about stakeholder management, we're going to talk about timelines, scopes, all these awesome things that we tend to believe actually help speed up creativity and speed and agility. So let's dive in, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Let's go. All right. So in this series, we are talking project management. Fun topic. Marketing is always viewed as sexy because from what the consumers see, or like sexy. The end. What's that?
Sexy.
Or like the end result. And people tend to ignore or underappreciate everything that happens in the background for that output to happen. So I really like, and something that we've honed in a lot as a company, is project management. Something that you really are great at. So before we even get too deep into it, define project management for someone like me who doesn't project manage well.
Yeah. So first, let's go with a definition that I pulled out. So I'm going to read this one because I don't want to mess it up. So project management is the use of specific knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to deliver something of value to people. So to me, it's that last part, delivering value. So when it's effective, the project management, the project managers, I feel like they come out like superstars, right? Mm-hmm. The opposite, though, happens, and you know this too. When it's ineffective, it's a disaster.
Yeah.
There's just so many things that can go wrong, and it's part of project management trying to mitigate all those things, manage all those things. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to diving into project management today.
Nice. Make that as simple and tangible as possible. We want to deliver value. We want to bring tools, processes, all these things together. Just make that, pretend you're a 5-year-old kid and explain to me what that means. What is project management?
So we talked about value. Mm-hmm. That's an important key concept to me. One other thing that might simplify it a bit more is, to me, as we're talking about organizations, these projects that they choose and the project management that ends up happening, they're choosing it because they want to create business value. Mm-hmm. So they decide what that is. They decide that it's going to create value. They decide what kind of resources and priority the project takes. And then, because the inevitable nature of projects, there's going to be a lot of change. So project management to me is us as human beings, we hate change. So what do we try to do? We try to create some sort of system to manage the uncertainty of the project.
I love that. And why is it important?
That's a good one. I mean, importance in what way? The importance to the project manager, to the organization? How would you want to describe the importance?
I think me, as someone that likes output, importance to me is does it make it faster? Does it make it more efficient? Does it make it less stressful?
Yeah.
Why should companies be really good at project management?
So, looking at through that lens, I would say the importance has to do more with scalability and structure. Trying to, if you create a system, then you understand somewhat, like you were talking about, outputs. You understand, okay, well, if we dedicate these inputs, we have a rough estimate of how long it's going to take, a rough estimate of what kind of outputs, and then it's up to the project manager through the process to try to organize all those things to make sure that it happens. And we'll get into this later in the segment, but some of the things that end up happening has to do with how do you deal with change once the actual project starts? Yeah. And how do you inform the stakeholders? How do you make sure that you're utilizing the resources and utilizing the time correctly? So there's a lot of other things that come into play. Mm-hmm. But going back to okay, well, we at least have a system in play. We know if we put these inputs, we should get these outputs. Now let's go do it.
Yeah, I love that. Really kind of triggered for me there when you said scalability.
Yeah.
Like marketing is, we like to use this word of, most companies doing whack-a-mole marketing, just kind of like jumping in and out, trying to pop out some idea. And it operates in chaos. And the reality is that type of chaos kills creativity because you're just trying to figure crap out the whole time.
Yeah.
And I tend to believe if we have good project management, if we have good processes, we can actually like turn over concepts and be creative and deploy things effectively, and it actually boosts creativity. And kind of just to wrap up this segment, it's that idea of like, maybe people shun away from project management because it's boring and process oriented, but I tend to believe that those types of workflows and systems is what allows companies like Geico to be so creative with lizards and all these things that are super effective because they're able to just like pump out creativity and bring people together in really effective ways. Is that accurate?
Yeah. Well, you don't have to worry about the minutia. You don't have to worry about the processes. You can have free reign. You can have that open space to be creative in the other side. So it's a good balance.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good balance.
Love it.